Hey guys, so today I'm video I figured it was appropriate to make this video. So I have 5 series that I'm planning to reread. I'm only going to show you the first book because it's easier that way. So the first one that I want to reread is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I'm planning to reread this one in February with my aunt and possibly my mother. And then we're going to watch all the movies in between. So, yeah. For those of you people that do not know what this book is about, it is about this person named Harry Potter. His parents both die. They are murdered by the bad guy. And he is forced to go live with his aunt and uncle, which are extremely rude to him because they don't like him. And then at the age of 13, I think it is, he finds out he's a wizard, and he goes to live at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And he just ends up finding new problems every year because the bad guy is still trying to kill him. So, yeah. Those are very, small, I kind of tell, like I have to dive into it. It's the Philosopher's Stone, and then the Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Blood Prince, and then Deathly Hallows. So that's what we will be reading in February. Both me and my aunt are pretty fast readers, so we'll probably be done those books, I'd say probably like mid-March, given life happening. So that's the first book that I want to read. The next series I want to reread, I read this one almost every year. If I don't read it every year, I read it every 2 years. And that is The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I'm not sure when I'm going to start this one, maybe after I'm done Harry Potter. But I love this series. I hated the movie, but I love the book series. Oh, sorry. I did not really enjoy Bloodlines. It was okay, but I prefer The Vampire Academy. I absolutely love Rose and Dimitri's story. So, yeah, I just ordered the 10th year anniversary edition of The Vampire Academy, so that should be coming in soon. I'm very excited for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to read that copy or if I'm going to read this copy. For having read it a lot, it has no damage at all. And I love it. But I've read it so much that it should have damage, but it doesn't. Apparently I'm tired. Sorry, guys. So this series is about this girl named Rose. And her best friend are in a car with Lisa. That's her best friend's name. With her parents. I don't remember where they were going. And they get in a car accident, and everyone dies except Lisa. And that's when she comes across the fact that she has spirit because she brings Rose back to life. No one understands how Rose survived the crash and no one else did, but later on in the story we figure out why. And then, so it goes on to tell us their story about being shadow kissed is what it's called. So Rose is now attached to Liza, so she can see things that Liza's feeling or doing. Yeah. And then Dimitri, they run away from the academy, and then they come back because they're forced to. And that's where you meet Dimitri, which is the love interest of for Rose. I'm really bad at describing books, but I really love this series. Like I said, I read it every year, so I would definitely check it out if you haven't. Or even if you just want to reread it. Why not? Okay, so the next series that I have is the Trinity Series by Audrey Carlin. It does say trilogy at the bottom, but there's actually 5 of them now, so it's no longer a trilogy. So this series is about, but I'm not sure. She has 3 friends, 3 best friends, and they all call themselves soul sisters. And she has an ex, I do believe it is, that starts stalking her. And yeah, it's like a romance suspense type series. It's really, really good. So I would definitely recommend it if you haven't read it. Yeah, this will be my second time reading it again. So yeah, and there's oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, one sec, back up. Hey, Vampire Academy goes Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, yeah, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and one Last Sacrifice, and then it goes on to the Bloodline series, but I'm not going to reread those. And hey, so next, the Trinity series is Body, Soul, Mind, and then Life, and then Fate. So it is a trilogy, and then it goes on to tell the story of 2 of her best friends. I do not believe that Audrey is planning. The next series that I'm planning to reread is the Night series by a PC Cast and Christian Cast, or Kristen Cast. I really enjoyed this series when I was in high school, and I just recently bought the 10th year anniversary books that just came out. So those ones are Lost and Loved, and they're in, I think they're about Stark and Zoe in the other world. So I want to read those, but I plan to read these ones again first, just so I can get my mind back into the setting of that story. Because otherwise, if I just read it, I'm going to be like, what? What's this? I don't remember. Because it's been a really long time since I reread these, and I just really liked these, so why not reread them? So this one is a vampire book again. This one is about this girl named Zoe who's just like a normal kid in school like everyone else. And then, so there's like this half moon that starts on your forehead, and then a tracker comes and finds you and tells you that you have 24 hours to get to the House of Night or you'll die. So obviously Zoe goes to the House of Night and her journey begins. And then problems just start finding her. Kind of like Harry Potter, but with vampires, I guess. But yeah. So this is a really long series. So it is marked, hunted, untamed, lucky, shush. I can't see them all. Redeemed, and then lost, loved, Canola's Fall, Anoba's Vow, Nymphet's Curse, and Dragon's Oath, I think they're all called. There's a lot of them. But I'm planning to reread those probably closer to the end or the middle of the year. So I'm going to say in the summer is probably when I'll read those ones. And then the last series that I'm planning to reread next year, I'm sure it will change because I'm sure I'll find more, is the Morganville Vampires by Rachel Kane. I really enjoyed this series as well. Again, it's another one that I read around high school, so I want to see if my opinions on it change at all, I don't think it will, because I loved it and I stayed with it till the end. And yeah, again, this is a really long series. But this one is about a girl named Claire who's really smart, so she skips a bunch of grades and is in college now. And she ends up going to Morganville because they have a better science curriculum, I believe it is. And so the history with this town is that Morganville is filled with vampires, and all the people in it have to be protected. Oh, sorry, guys. They have to be protected by a vampire, or they are free game for any vampire to eat. And the reason that there is a college in this town is strictly so that the vampires have free run. So they're not gonna like go into the college and start eating everybody. But if the college students come out of the university place, then vampire can eat them if they want to. And a lot of college students go missing and all that. So the way that these two things are connected is that Claire is being bullied by one of the girls at school, and so she decides to leave campus and try and find a house instead. And she ends up finding a house to stay, but there is 3 other people living there, and they are all unprotected. And then they just end up finding a bunch of trouble because all the vampires want to eat them because they're unprotected. There's more to it than that, but if I tell you too much, then it'll just spoil the book. So, yeah. Planning to reread this series. So this is the first 2. This is Glass Houses and The Dead Girls Dance. And then we have, I'm not really sure about the order. I think it's backwards. Midnight Alley, Feast of Fools, Lord of Misrule, Carpe Corpse, Fade Out, Kiss of Death, Ghost Town, Bite Club, Last Breath, Black Dawn, Bitter Blood, Fall of Night, and Daylighters. So, yeah. Those are all for the series that I am planning to reread this year. So, those ones. Like I said, I'm sure that I have more. I just have not decided yet. I'm also currently still rereading the Calendar Girl series by Audrey Carlin. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't even know why I'm tired. I slept so much last night. But yeah, I am planning to release a couple more videos before the end of the year. So I will see you guys then. Bye!